Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to Tony the Technician channel, and today we're going to be going into a couple of pads that I use on my DA polisher and discussing, is this Chemical Guys pad at half price or is it something else? So this is made by a company called MyRide, and we're going to be comparing it to the actual Chemical Guys Hexologic pad. I'll be posting up pictures as far as the price in between these two, and I'll be discussing the differences and similarities. Obviously you can tell they're both of Hex design, but I'm going to go over the differences in design as well as size. And then I'll also be comparing this, because this is a 6-inch pad where the Chemical Guys is a 5.5, to this Lake Country CCS pad that is a 6.5, and why it's important to find good pads that are either 5.5 or 6.5, or why that half of an inch really does matter. So I really hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. It really does mean a lot. As well as drop a comment down in the comment section if you guys have any questions or your thoughts on these pads. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Let's get into this. So what we have here are the three pads that I'm going to compare, primarily these two, but I do want to bring this in for the importance of sizing your pads. So the MyRide pad is a 6-inch pad, this is a 5.5-inch pad, and this is a 6.5-inch pad. The importance of that half an inch is very important. So when you have a 6-inch pad like this is an actual 6-inch pad, and the backing material is actually 5.25 inches wide. So the issue with that is when you have a 6-inch backing plate and you apply it, you get that. You can see the lip all the way around there. Luckily, the pad covers the entire backing plate, but you still need to be aware of your backing plate just in case you go over a hard body line or a contour, and you got to watch your backing plate to make sure you do not hit your backing plate against that body. So that's why having that extra half inch or so over the edge is important in protecting your backing plate from making contact with the body. And then since this is a 5.25 roughly inch hook and loop backing portion, when you apply it to a 5-inch backing plate, you have that protection to the backing plate, but with that much overhang, it's actually a bad thing. So you want a little bit, but not that much. Here, you are able to deform the pad, and instead of just protecting the backing plate, now you're losing transfer of motion or transfer of force. You're not getting a even force applied from the pad to the panel because you lose that pressure on the side because you don't have backing plate there. So the one downside to this is it being an awkward fitment to both a 5-inch and 6-inch backing plate. So it does come packaged in this right here, and there it is, MyRide. And the main difference I want to state, besides it being awkward to 5 and 6-inch backing plates, is it's made in China. These are both made in the USA, so anytime I can, I definitely make sure to support the USA and purchase whatever I can. So other than that, the reason I purchased this is because I was just getting into paint correction and stuff, and I found this at my local Menards right down the road, so it's very easy and convenient for me. So this was the very first pad I picked up, and I did my very first 3 paint corrections with this pad, and they turned out great. I'll post a picture of one of my results right here, and that was my very first paint correction, and I was extremely satisfied with how well this performed and how well my first paint correction turned out. So I was really happy with it. With this being 6-inch, you saw the awkwardness and why having a 5-inch backing plate with a 5-inch hook and loop, this being a 5.5-inch pad, you get just a little bit of extra coverage there, but you're not losing that big old lip deforming over the backing plate. So that's why it's important to have a little bit of coverage to protect your backing plate from making contact and not damaging the panel. And then this is a 6.5-inch with an actual 6-inch backing material. So this actually fits the 6-inch backing plate really well. And that's the importance of buying the good pads that fit your backing plates well and will perform their best. So getting into these two, The MyRide found at Menards is roughly $5 to $6, so very affordable. This is going to be $8 to $11 just for this design. They have a quantum design with the hole in the center that's going to be a little bit more, but depending on whether you get 5.5 or 6.5, that's the price difference. 8 to 11, and then the Lake Country was $8 to $13, so just keep that in mind. The MyRide pad, I'll get into its details. It's a little bit thicker than the Chemical Guys. It's not quite as stiff, so you probably don't get as good of a cut out of this pad. And the edges are more round, and the Hex design are more rounded and almost bubbly looking. They look like little bubbles. And you can really see the grooves throughout the entire pad, how the whole pad is almost rounded like. And then with the Chemical Guys, you can tell this is a very square cut pad. Very square corners, very flat top, and the Hex design is much more square. The cuts are much more aggressive. So taking a close-up look, you can really see the differences here in the design, in just the hexes, the shape of the pad, the backing plates, the way they're attached. So overall, this being $5 and doing my first 3 paint corrections with it, I'm extremely happy with it and how it turned out. The real question will be, how long will it last? I haven't had any issue with the backing material. I haven't had any issue with any of it falling apart or anything like that, and it's cleaned up well. So it did a really good job. So if you're looking at getting a decent pad and saving some money, if you're going to be getting a few, getting these for $5, if it's a possibility, could save you quite a bit of money over buying a lot of these. But then again, you have the awkwardness of the 5 and 6 inch plate. I used it on a 6-inch backing plate and didn't have an issue, but I was very mindful of that backing plate. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the biggest things. So other than the design differences that you can really tell when you look up close, besides the color difference, the Chemical Guys seems to be more porous and a little bit stiffer. So I feel like you get a little bit better cut out of it, and I feel like it would last a little bit longer. But I'll be using these over the next few months and really seeing how well they hold up, and I'm going to keep track of how many times I've used them so we can really see how long they last, and if this is worth saving some money or if I should just continue buying these. I'm just going to keep using the 3 pads that I have, this, the polishing pad, and the finishing pad, and see how long it lasts. Other than that, I'm just going to keep purchasing this and Lake Country, because for one, they're fantastic pads and I like to support the USA. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please let me know down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that thumbs up. As always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I'll see you guys next time.